And just like that, we're in April. I was vlogging the last video I uploaded in the beginning or around the beginning of March, and it's crazy that it's already April. 2021 is flying by. It's absolutely flying by. I feel like I say this in every video that I upload, but I've never experienced a year that's felt this fast before. I hope that all of you are doing well, that you're safe, that you're healthy, and that your April's off to a positive start. I wanted to hop on here and talk about a dream that I had recently and all the thoughts that I've been having in relation to this dream. A few nights ago, I dreamt that I got this job at Netflix and I was walking into the office, and also I don't remember my dreams often, so when I do, I really try to like extract meaning from them. So I got this job at Netflix. I was walking to my desk through like the long building, and I got to my desk and I saw the name of someone, like the person who had the position previously. And in the dream, I had connected with this person and they talked about how challenging the job was. So I saw her name and I got like nervous about the position, and I stood there for a little bit and then I just walked out of the building. Like I decided that it was gonna be too much and I left the building, and then I woke up. This isn't the first time that I've had a dream like this. I have dreams like this pretty often, and I know exactly what my subconscious is trying to tell me, and that's what I want to talk about today. Around this time, exactly this time last year, I was reading The War of Art, which is my absolute favorite book. I recommend it to anyone and everyone. And in the book, he talks about the different forms of resistance that creatives deal with. So naturally, it got me thinking about, how do I resist my creative process? What are the things that hold me back? And I thought for a long time that I was like a lazy person. It's my biggest fear. I never want to be seen as lazy. I never want to be lazy. And I was thinking, do I not do the things that I say I want to do because I'm super lazy? Because I don't think I can do them? And that's not it at all. I realized that I'm so afraid of challenging myself and it not being worth it. Not because I don't think I'm capable of doing the things that I say I want to do, and not because I don't think I'm capable of learning how to do them, but simply because I am afraid that I will put in all this time and energy and effort and the final product just won't be worth it. And for me, this is embarrassing to admit, but I think the first step to like breaking through this resistance is just to admit that it's something that I do. So I started thinking, what other areas of my life do I do this in? And, outside of just like my creative projects, and how long have I been doing this? And I thought a really good example of this was growing up running track and field. I ran track and field from 8th grade to my senior year of high school, and I'm just naturally a fast woman. My dad was a sprinter. It's in my genes. I can crush a 100, a 4x1. But I never wanted to do anything other than that. The 200 was already too much of a challenge for me. I didn't want to train more than I needed to. I knew that I could get by and I could win by doing the bare minimum. So that's all I wanted to do. And it's such a damaging, destructive way to live your life. You have to challenge yourself to excel. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. And track is a good example of how I just knew that my bare minimum could get me first place. So I never wanted to do more than the bare minimum. Another great example of this is my career in digital. I've always been a child of the internet. I've loved the internet since I could take part in it. MySpace was my jam. And so naturally, I'm good at creating social strategies for people. I'm good at managing other people's social media because it just comes naturally to me. And even though there are other areas that I want to explore, I kind of stay in this sector because I know that I can make good money doing it and that I won't disappoint anyone and that I'll do a good job. I know my strengths very well, and I just don't ever venture outside of them. And I'm getting to a point with filmmaking that I really want to take my filmmaking to the next level. I genuinely want to create a documentary. I've been toying with the idea of going to film school in Mexico. I've been saying for years that I want to elevate the quality of my videos, but like anytime I get to a place where I have an idea that might require more time, you know, asking for help, more effort, learning something new, I stop myself because I worry that I'll create this big project and then it won't be worth it, like I said earlier. And to go back to what I said in the beginning about, you know, what does worth it mean to me? I'm not a money-driven person. You know, dollar signs do not equal making something worth it. I'm not someone who cares about views or followers, so like doing stuff that's gonna gain me a lot of views, followers, is not worth it to me. I'm not someone who cares about accolades, rewards, that's not worth it to me. For me, worth it is like, I just want it to be good. I want to look at it and for it to be good. Saying that out loud, like hearing this out loud sounds so silly because I know that there's so much you can learn from just trying something new and stepping out of your comfort zone, challenging yourself. I know that there's always something to gain from that process, but I freeze up when I want to do something that's more challenging. I mentioned film school. This is something that I've been thinking about for the past few months, honestly, and you know, the thought that always pops up as soon as I'm thinking about film school is, well, what if you start and you realize it's too challenging, or that you're not as naturally good at it as you thought you would be? What are you gonna do then? And obviously I'm just going to push through and figure it out and learn and like grow my skills, but I don't know, these types of thoughts stop me a lot in my creative process, like in exploring different areas of my career. I am working on it. So the way that I'm trying to combat this now is just by doing things and worrying less about the outcome. A really good example of this is last week I posted a vlog on my channel. I say in that video, I've always thought vlogging is challenging. I think that format is extremely difficult and it's hard to make, you know, like mundane things look interesting, to make working from home look interesting. So I rarely do it, even though I like watching them. But last week I was like, let me just try this thing and not worry about the outcome, put it out and just see how it goes. And I'm trying to do that in all of the different areas of my life. And it feels good to challenge yourself. It feels good to do the thing that you always told yourself that you couldn't do. I hope that if you struggle with the fear of challenging yourself and like constantly worrying about the outcome of something, that this video just gave you a little bit of a push to try whatever you've been holding yourself back from. The thing that I want to try next is actually creating short films, and not just things that I call short films that I throw together, but short films that I actually storyboard and, you know, like think about, that I'm more thoughtful about. What is the thing that you want to try that you've been holding yourself back from? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for taking the time to press play on today's video. I hope that this message came at the right time for you. I hope that this video served you in some way. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. And as always, thank you for being here.